Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's KL. You have to excuse me. My allergies are acting up every year since third grade, late August, early September. I suffered through these allergies. But I wanted to jump on early because I had on my to-do list to get a couple of things done. So far, I am on pace. I have to head upstairs to, no, I'm not driving, you see. Car is not going anywhere. I am sitting still. I have to get in some writing today finish up my next book, and then I'm working on a smaller book to go along with it, so I got to get both of those things done today, what I said I was going to do. But, and if you're watching on replay, appreciate it, the fact that you came by. Remember, when you're watching on replay, you can give a couple of hearts. While you're watching on replay, you can do that too. And if you're watching now, you can give a couple of hearts. I see no one's popped in. Okay, well, I'm going to get started anyway. You can always watch it on replay because I'm not going to be on that long today. I know my scope is long. I have something to say, I say it. I'm not really following any particular blueprint. I see that there are tons of blueprints that are being given out all over scope. But actually, that's what I wanted to talk about today is checking the source. Now, for me, I'm a New Yorker. And when you live in New York, you get used to the hustle. And the hustle may come in God knows how many forms. It may be someone trying to sell you something. It might be the church you go to. It might be the job that you're on. People are going to say what they say, and people are going to want you to believe them. People are going to want you to take them at face value. And something that I say all the time is check the source. Don't be so gullible. And this is relationship information, business information, church information. Take it any way that you want to take it because it's all connected. Do not allow someone's flair. Do not allow their charisma to cause you to get so taken in that you don't check the source of the information. And again, excuse my allergies. You may be sitting there so enthralled with someone who is on the same level you are, but because they're charismatic, you start to believe they know more or are better off than you. Take a step back. Message might be beautifully packaged. Nothing wrong with that. Take a step back and check the sources. Check the person out. Do a Google search to see if the author is saying what they're saying lines up. Do a search if the business that the person says that they run, excuse my allergies, is legitimate. Check the source. Don't get caught up in the fact that this person has a very eloquent way of speaking, that this person is saying to you, and it sounds like they are so on point with what they're saying. Check the source. Do a simple Google search. Do a simple reference check. See if what they're saying lines up. Go by their website and see if the information on their website lines up with the things that they're saying. Go by Amazon. Go by anywhere that you want and see if the reviews are what they say. And then see if the number of reviews are what they say. Check the reviewers that left those reviews. Don't get this. Okay. We have to check the source. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a writer. I don't care if it's someone you're doing business with. I say all the time when someone is beating me in the head with fantastic speech, sounds good. Sounds great. Give me a second. Let me take a step back. Let me check. When I have someone trying to sell me something, give me a second. Because you're not going to make me do what you want me to do because that's what you want. I notice on scopes, a lot of people sound as if they are the authority in the area that they are speaking on. Okay. Again, check the source. Do a simple Google search of the person by their name. See what other pages that they didn't put up is out there and what other people are saying about them. We can say whatever about ourselves. We can create fantastic media platforms for no matter what you are into, whether it is your business, whether it is education, whether it is your church. I don't care what it is. You can create a fantastic platform, and there's people that you can pay who will create that platform for you. But as you as the consumer, you need to stop and check the source. I don't care if it's advice. You may be taking advice from a person who's a certified lunatic. And here, because it sounded good, you're out doing the foolishness that they tell you to do and buying whatever they're selling. So you're making them rich while you're not getting any smarter, or you're paying for information that is free. Paying for information that is free. Paying for services that are free. Paying for knowledge that is just a couple of clicks away on your phone or on your computer. Come on now. Now, I ain't knocking anyone's hustle, but I ain't falling for everyone's hustle. Because I try to look for individuals who are above me on higher levels than where I'm at. I want to network to find out how they got there. Now, that doesn't mean I don't network with people on my own level or below me. We still got to reach out and help others the best we can. But when I am searching for information, when I am searching for things for myself, I want to look above because I want to have a better understanding of how that person got there. So when we talk, I want to understand how that happened. Because they might have just simply got to the information before you. It don't make them smarter than you. It just means they got to it first. Case in point. If I read something before you, I have knowledge of it. But once you read it, you have the same knowledge. And you might be able to do more with that knowledge than me. So it don't make me smarter than you because I got to it first. It just means I got to it first. And a lot of college professors are guilty of that. Many college professors are guilty of that. They will stand in front of the class and make it seem like they revolutionized whatever they're speaking about, when all they did was study it, interpreted it, and now they're giving it back to you. Because if they didn't create the science, they studied it like you're hoping to study it. So check the source. And when you're in business for yourself, you always have to check the source. Because you're paying for so much of what you do when you own your own business. I'm not just doing business with because you say I should. I need to know, I need to see referrals. I need to see some of the things you did before that. I need to understand what you're trying to do. I need to, and that picture should be clear. Because if it's not, I'm not messing with you. Because I want transparency, or I plan on paying for transparency. And that's what I want. It don't mean you have to give it to me. You may say, who are you? I don't have to give that to you. And you're right. Then you won't get my dollars. You won't get my time, my consideration. And I have no problem with it. It's why when I do business, I put stuff out front. On my website, the literary services that my wife and I provide, my prices are there. I've had other people who publish books reach out to me quietly now and say, you need to take your prices down. Why? Well, it's affecting how I do business because people are questioning me why I charge whatever. Well, how are you questioning what I do to what you do? Do you, sister? Do you, brother? I put out what I put out because I want folks to know what it costs. If they have issue with it, they won't buy. If they want to discuss it, then we can discuss it. If you're not going to put yours out there because you don't want to discuss your overhead or you scared somebody might figure out how much money you're making, that's on you. I want people to check on me. I tell folks all the time, do a Google search to see who I am. I tell my students that. I tell the parents of my students that. I tell the people that I do business with. Take a look and you'll see what my wife and I are into. I have nothing to hide. I don't have nothing to hide in the educational arena. I have nothing to hide in my business. I have nothing to hide in my faith. So when you check the sources that are connected to me, you won't find anything negative because I make it a habit to try to be as open as I can. Now, I'm not going to give all my personal business out. That would be foolish. But I give all the information that's connected to what I'm doing. And I expect that from those that I'm doing business with. And if I can't get it, okay. And I'm not worried about your feelings. See, that's another thing I'm starting to see often is that we are Scared to tell the truth because we're worried how someone is going to feel. Now I got to scratch my forehead on that one. We're scared to tell the truth because someone is going to get offended by the truth. Let me tell you something. The day I start worrying about how someone's going to take the truth is when this is all over. Because now, how I deliver the truth is extremely important. If I know it's something that's going to hurt somebody, then I try to figure out a tactful way to deliver what might be a very damaging blow. And I also consider if it needs to be given at that moment, where that person is and what state of mind that they are in. But if it needs to be said, then we have to say it. If it needs to be done, then we have to do it. We got to stop worrying about feelings over what's the right thing to do. I'm seeing it in school now where we're more worried about the feelings of students than actually what's helping them grow as students. Not a good thing. So, like anything, I hope that you take this with a grain of salt. I hope that it helps you, and if it doesn't help you, throw it away. But check the source. Don't allow anyone on Scope, social media, in your public and private lives to just exist because they sounded good, they look good, they seem to be doing pretty okay business. Check the sources. Check the history. See who you're dealing with. See where they're coming from. See if they are everything that they say they are, or they're just sitting home bored, so this is why they're jumping on. And once you see the flaws, once you see that they are not who they say they are, leave it alone. Because once you check and see that they are not who they are and you do business with them, anything that befalls you is on you. You can't complain. And if you didn't check the sources, you can't complain. That's on you. You should have checked. You should have found out who you were dealing with. And it's the same thing in a relationship. If you don't check the sources, if you don't look at who you're messing with, can't complain when things fall apart. This has been KL Belvin. I hope that this helps. As always, if you need to reach out to me, main office at bravinpublishing.com. That's BRAVIN publishing.com. I am on all social networks: Facebook, author KL Belvin; Google Plus, KL Belvin; Twitter, KL Belvin; Tumblr, KL Belvin. My company, Belvin Publishing, is a literary service provider. We actually help create the foundation that authors need to do their books. So you can find me at www.bravinpublishing.com. And feel free. I do public speaking. I'm a mentor. I come to different churches. I come to different places. Feel free to reach out. I would love to work something out. I'll come and speak to young folks, old folks. Doesn't make a difference. I enjoy whoever I sit with and talk with, because my goal is to help all that I deal with. So I don't sugarcoat anything, and I'm not worried about how people are going to take what I say. I'm going to try to deliver a compassionate message, but one that I believe can help based on whatever subject matter I may be speaking on at the moment. So again, I hope that this helps. Take care. God bless.